Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. So recently I purchased some viral Daiso items that have been highly recommended by Japanese YouTubers, so I thought I would share them with you guys today. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and tinatanakaharris shitte kudasai. China. So I do have my bag of Daiso goodies here, and I recently did go to a couple different Daisos here in Melbourne to try find these highly coveted, super popular viral items that have been really popular in Japan, and I thought I would get my hands on them and test them out myself to see how they are. I will be choosing at random. I must say, from memory, there's a lot of like food/kitchen items. So, first one at the top, this is actually one that I've already been using, and it is the hair curlers. There's not really any other description than that except hair curlers. These are the ones that are heatless, and they're kind of that Velcro type of hair curler, and I know they have been really popular lately, especially because fringes or bangs and stuff have been more popular, and people have been opting to use these as a heatless way to style them and also give your hair a bit of volume. Recently I did cut my fringe a little bit. I know I do have it up today because I haven't styled it properly. That's the one thing about fringes. You always have to style them, so like that part is annoying. I have been using these and I have been liking them. They stick to your hair easily and they stay there, and they actually recommend on this one that the inside is like an aluminium material, so you can put this on and then actually heat style it on top as well if you wanted to kind of get that curl or volume quicker, or if you want it to last longer, you can style it with a hairdryer as well. And when I was in the store, there were so many different types. Like, I think this was like the most classic kind of big one, but they had smaller sizes. They had ones that like split in half. They had the ones that had like a little clipper, and they had like a huge variety. Obviously, they're really popular and really high demand. Next, this big bulky thing on top, the microwavable ramen cooker. Now, I had seen this multiple times in the past and was very intrigued, but I thought I didn't really have like a reason to buy it, because I'm like, why wouldn't you just buy cup noodles? Like, it's just already there for you. This is kind of more effort to like wash it and this and that. But then I realized, like, especially here in like Australia and maybe other countries, the cup noodle or the smaller size is usually more expensive, so I genuinely don't buy them. But I do buy like the 5-pack cook in a saucepan kind of ramens like all the time, especially shin ramen. Like, I think it's a staple in a lot of homes that you just buy the pack of shin ramen and you can cook those in these. So literally so convenient. You can chuck your like actual pack in this, put in the water, you just microwave it for however long, and it cooks up your ramen. So I already talked to Logan about this, but we're probably going to get one each for those days that we just didn't have time, or we're lazy, or we're craving shin ramen. We can literally just take this and the pack to work, and we can just cook it in this bowl, like instead of having to find another bowl or eat like a small size cup noodle. So I'm super excited about this. And they even have like a little drain holes, so if you're making like a yakisoba or jjajangmyeon, like those noodles that you drain the soup, you can do that as well. So this, like, I saw it in multiple videos, but it is definitely handy, and I cannot wait to eat my ramen out of it. Oh, this one is also like kind of random, but I have seen it everywhere and I've seen so many people recommend it, so I was like, I must buy. I'm pretty sure you could buy this one like not at Daiso too. It is a stretchable silicone wrap. So they did have this one in multiple different sizes. I just got the big one. So I guess they're technically like a reusable Glad wrap, in the sense that the main purpose is supposed to be so you can put it on top of containers. Is that right? Yes. So you do put it on top of containers to like seal them. So instead of grabbing Glad wrap, every time you're going to put away like a bowl of food, you can just use this, and it stretches over the bowl so it fits multiple different sizes. And apparently it also seals it like tight enough that you can stack bowls on top of it. And then another function it has is it's kind of like one of those anti-slip gripper things. So you can use it to open jars and twist top beers and stuff like that. In one of the videos that I watched, they also put it underneath chopping boards. So if you find your chopping board does slide when you're like cutting stuff, you can put this underneath and it will stop it from sliding. Even I guess other bowls, it will stop stuff from sliding as well. So it's just like super multi-use, super handy, and also eco-friendly. So I thought I would definitely try it out. On the note of like chopping stuff and chopping boards, this clip is like falling from the hair. Apparently it was like invented in discussion with like housewives of Japan. It's a chopping board that allows you to chop stuff and drain it, and also don't have it kind of run away as you're chopping, if that makes sense. That probably doesn't make sense. It's got a curve on the actual chopping board. I don't know if you guys, yeah, I can see it like that, but it's got a curve on it. So when you chop your items, they don't like fly off. They are stopped by the curve. It happens to me all the time. There's one smaller chopping board that we use, and I always lose like the pieces of vegetable or whatever I'm cutting because it just kind of like rolls away, and I just have to keep like But this way it doesn't roll away because you've got this little edge on it. And then you also have this area where if it's like you're cutting tofu or something with kind of water content, you can drain it in this little corner because it has these little holes without having to like drop it. Like it's just so smart. And it also does have a little hole where you can hook it up to save space, but it's cute, practical, and it also is dishwasher friendly, which is always a plus. This one is a custom. And in general, I know that kind of face massaging and using like gua shas and rollers and stuff are very popular and very common these days. I have mentioned it in the past, but you can get these items at Daiso. Yes, it might not be like the strongest material and the best quality, but if you just want to try it out and you don't know if you want to commit to one that's like $60, like some of them can be pretty expensive, they do sell them in Daiso, and I did see quite a few kind of beauty YouTubers recommending this one. So I already do have a face cusser and I've showed it before, but I thought I would try out a body one. So this one is like a little triangle and it's supposed to be used on your body, so you can use it on your legs, your arms and whatnot. And on the back, it does actually have like kind of directions on how you should use it on your body. And I wanted to try it out because these days when I moisturize my legs and stuff, I have been kind of balling up my hands, and I use my knuckles to kind of like gently massage my legs. It like surprisingly hurts. Like I don't press that hard, but like in a good way. It's like my legs and my everything needs like a good like softening up. I don't know what you call it. It like feels good, but it does hurt a little bit, and I feel like I just need to do it more frequently, but it can be hard to do, and especially like applying pressure yourself. So I thought I would try this because it is obviously really cheap, and then you can use the bumpy sides or the smooth side to like massage even your arms and then also your legs. So I am going to try it out. Once I moisturize my legs, I can kind of just run this down my legs and arms and kind of help that blood flow and get a little massage in. But yeah, one of the body cussers, kind of interesting shape, and only $3, so you know. Next one, oh my god, I was looking for this everywhere. I don't know why I'm so excited about it. I feel like this is one that probably only people who eat a lot of Japanese food or have Japanese condiments in their home would find useful, but so many YouTubers recommended this one. Like I watched multiple videos and people were like, this item, and I was like, oh wow, it's so random, but it's so Japanese, so I had to get it. But it is the condiment tube pocket holder. It is just this simple little container that's supposed to go in your fridge, and you put condiments in it. And by condiments, I mean like the little tubes of wasabi and karashi that is very common in Japan, and like every household has them. I think we have at least like 3 or 4 right now in the house. And right now I kind of just like chuck it in this little pocket with like cheese slices and furikake and all this random stuff. But this way it just stays there, and you can hook it on top of or in front of other sections, and you can grab it easy and they don't get lost or fallen over or anything. And I just thought it was the cutest, handiest little thing, and I'm excited to get my fridge organized with this. And another thing to organize my fridge, and another thing to do with condiments. I guess Japanese people like their condiments. It's another one, condiment holders for refrigerator. The name is pretty much the same, but this one is for like slightly bigger tubes, and you can put your tubes like facing down to store them, and I thought it was so handy because once again we use mayonnaise a lot. Once it starts to go like less than halfway, you just can't stand it up, it topples over, it's kind of just an awkward bottle to store in your fridge. But this way you can just do it face down, so it's all ready to go and it doesn't take up as much space. So I don't know why I'm so excited about this. Oh, we've got a couple items left. Have you seen how many products they have in relation to eggs in Daiso? They have so many products. Unfortunately, this wasn't the exact item I wanted. There was this item that literally every video mentioned, I swear. But there was this ajitsuke tamago maker, which ajitsuke tamago is, you know when you get ramen and you get those like boiled eggs that have all the flavors soaked in and it just tastes so good? That is ajitsuke tamago, and apparently there's this container that you can make them. I'll insert like the image or whatever, but even in Japan apparently it sold out everywhere and it's just like a really popular item. And again, I think it's hilarious that this is like a super popular item in Japan. It's so Japan. I could not find it anywhere, but I thought this was also a super handy little gadget. So it's supposed to be like an egg fryer, but you don't have to use oil or less oil, and it also kind of like steam cooks the egg. Like, so you just use like a little like tablespoon of water and it's supposed to like steam cook it so it lifts it from the pan and it makes it like perfect in a circle shape as well. And me and Logan do eat kind of fried eggs pretty often, so I thought why not try it. I just needed to grab an egg gadget because they're just the thing that Daiso specializes in, I guess. Oh, this is so weird that I left these two till the end because they're both cups. This cup is actually for our bathroom because we've been using the same cup for a really long time. I brought it from home when I moved out like a couple years ago and I'm still using it. It's not something you wash all of the time because you don't need to use it just to rinse, but the water down the bottom of the cup, like it tends to stay there and it doesn't really evaporate or completely dry in time before you use it again. So this cup, you actually put it on its like side here and it drains the water for you, and like usually it's only a couple of drops, but whenever it just stays in there it kind of causes bacteria and it doesn't fully dry, and it's like a consistently wet environment, which is not great. This you can just like pop it down and it'll just like drain those couple drops of water for you, so it is actually dry inside, making it more hygienic and like less bacteria. So I thought why not. The last item again is super random, but it was highly recommended by one of the Japanese YouTubers I watch. She's actually a beauty YouTuber, like that's what she focuses on, but she did a Daiso haul and this was like her #1 recommendation, and it is their plastic cups. I know it's super random, but we try to drink our daily good generous intake of water in our household, and I have been using this cup for the longest time. It is from what is it called? Universal Studios in Orlando. It's when there was the Halloween Horror Nights in the year that I lived there in 2015, and you can see it's just like a bass head. But I've been using this cup for the longest time because I don't really have any other like water cup, and I don't like drinking from a water bottle at home. I don't know, I feel like it's effort to like pop it open or twist it or whatever, so I do prefer to drink from a cup. But Logan was like, you need to stop using it or else it's gonna get just destroyed and you're not even going to be able to see like what it's about. So I was like, yeah, probably. And Logan also didn't have a cup that he drinks from at home. So when the girl recommended this, I was like, oh, this is perfect. It is plastic, so you don't really have to worry about breaking it or whatever. It's really light, and it's also about 500 mils. This one is 540, so it's really easy to keep track of your water intake, because I'm pretty sure the cup Logan was using was like 300 mils, which is like an awkward amount, and this cup is like 750, which again is kind of like an awkward amount. Whereas this, you know, with 2 cups, you're drinking 1 liter. So for me, if I drink 4 cups of this, that's 2 liters. That's like a good amount for a day, and Logan usually drinks 3. So I haven't used mine yet. As you can see, the label is on here, but Logan has been using his for a few days now since we bought it, and he loves it. He's like, I'm consistently peeing because I'm drinking my water intake like properly, and he said like already he can tell that he can keep up with the cup amounts a lot easier, because I think with his old cup he had to drink like 10 cups of water to get his 3 liters. So this way he knows 6 cups is 3 liters, 4 cups is 2 liters, which is our daily intake. It's not something you think to get at Daiso, but it's definitely handy once you've got it. So that is the last item. They are all the viral popular Daiso items currently in Japan. Let me know if you have bought any or tried any, or if you haven't, which items are you planning to go buy right now from Daiso, because you know you gotta have it. I will mention that Daiso does not have an online store. I feel like whenever I do Daiso hauls, people always ask where they can buy it online. Unfortunately, Daiso does not do online sales, at least to my knowledge. So you will have to find your local Daiso if you have one. If not, I'm really, really sorry, but hopefully we can all visit Japan soon and buy at the legit proper Daiso soon. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!